What is up, guys? Welcome to the BNC. In this video we are going to show you guys some headset help. Now, whether you're wanting to figure out what is wrong with your headset or you're wanting to replace your bearings, this video is going to be a good guide to help you guys figure that out and be able to change the bearings out or figure out what's wrong. We have Chris right now taking apart my headset so then we can show you guys. Now, a lot of people, whenever they get a new bike, complete bikes, or really just general headsets that come on bikes, they always have this washer right here, and it's a plastic washer. And 9 times out of 10, like soon after you get the bike and ride it, this plastic washer, it cracks, just like you see here. I've seen this like 1,000 times. It happens. Like every time I get a complete bike or I see somebody get a complete bike, I just recommend them getting a new set of headset bearings like right off the bat, because then this doesn't happen. Because when this happens, this fits right down inside of the bearing, and whenever that happens on the stock ones with the plastic piece, it makes your headset loose and it makes it not actually turn right, and it gives you a lot of problems. So yeah, we're actually going to wait for Chris to take the forks out of this, and then we'll show you guys how to fix it.
Fat bald man, stoked on bikes. Love it. Alright. Mind you,
Yeah, remember, if you
a lot of
wiggle
people
that one,
do, I know.
yeah, if you wiggle the forks, that one comes out.
Yeah. Now, mind you, a lot of people fail to make the mistake, and mind you, I have before as well, to try to pick these out with flathead screwdrivers, and it's a no-no. You don't ever want to do that. See, all you got to do is pull your forks down, push them back up, and voila. Usually it pops right back out.
Yeah, and this piece right here, you see this metal piece? See, my bike is a little bit better than stock. This metal piece right here, if I can get it out, that is the metal replacement to this plastic piece that I was just showing you guys. Now, that's why I recommend, if you have a complete bike and you have not got yourself a new set of bearings, just go ahead and buy yourself a new set of bearings. And if you're having a lot of popping or a lot of real trouble with bearings, they're like 30 bucks USD, United States dollars, 30, and that's pretty cheap. So might as well just get yourself some bearings, because it comes with this replacement metal part, which is a lot more durable than this plastic piece of crap, as you can see here.
And this part usually comes out pretty easy too.
We'll take that.
Thank you. Shouldn't there be
No, that's it.
Alright. See, that's the other one. Looks basically about the same as that top one.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Yeah, I think
it is. They are actually the same. I'll alternate them sometimes, because my theory is that the top bearing sees a lot more force than the bottom bearing, so I'll take it and I'll flop them on the inside the bearing. So yeah, that's what the frame looks like with it all the way out. Now, what you want to do to install these bearings, let's say these are the new bearings. I don't have any other bearings I'm going to put in here. I want to actually keep those bearings in there. So this is, let's just say this is what came out of it. This plastic thing right here. So you want to get rid of that thing, and you want to look at that, because if it's cracked, just get some new bearings or try to find one of those. It makes a huge difference. So a lot of you will have one of these and it presses onto the bottom of the forks. Let me go ahead and like put these on the bottom of the forks real quick. So a lot of higher end forks will have the bearing race built into it. Hold on.
I'm
I
sorry.
guess I'll hand it to you. So yeah, a lot of higher end forks like this one will have the bearing race built into it, but some of them don't, and they have this collet that goes down and presses on. It probably won't even press on
It
mine
won't.
because mine's built in.
Yeah.
So first, what you want to do when you have a set of naked forks is you want to, if you don't have a built-in bearing race like that, these things are important. Taking note of these washers and having a bearing race here or not, because this can make a big difference on if you have a problem with your front end. So if you do not have a bearing race like that, your new set will come with one of these, or your bike will already have one. You slide it on the top and you press it down. Then from there, you want to take your bearing, and this shiny spot on the inside, that's the bearing race. And then this side is what goes into the frame. So you want to take the bearing race side down, you want to slide it over the fork like that, and you'll notice it'll seat on that bearing race. And there you go. And then from there, you want to stick the fork, or you want to stick the forks into the frame. So let's go ahead and stick the forks.
Turn them around first. Alright, make sure that.
Yeah, it should seat in there. Let's go ahead and slide the frame through. Now after you have done that, you take, actually I just put the wrong bearing in there, oh well. So after that, you take your next bearing, which it can be either or, and you stick your bearing in. And you kind of have to move the fork around to get it to fall down in there.
It's in there, just, that's weird. That's weird.
And then after that, what comes stock on your bike would be this piece right here. So this piece would be down inside of there, and that's like the washer that holds everything center. But that one's busted, so we can't use that one in there, and I actually just screwed up and put it in there. So yeah, you take this plastic piece out, throw it away. Who cares about that piece of crap? And you put that in its place, and you see it's got the opening in it. That's how you know. The one that goes on the bottom might have an opening. It'll work if it has an opening, but yeah, just you can see the bearing race and the way it goes right like that, and then if you wedge the forks, it'll pop right down in there.
You really gotta get that in there, huh? There we go.
There you go.
I heard one little pop. Is it as far as it's supposed to go?
Yeah, I went down there.
Oh yeah, I see the
Because
line.
the way my frame is made, you kind of see a little bit.
Do you want to replace them bottom bearings though? Do you want to change that out real quick?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
All
Those are
right.
old
Are those
crappy
good?
bearings, but I'll show people that the bearings will still work really good if you put this together correctly.
Right.
So now you have that on. Now next, you want to put your cap on. The cap comes in every single set. Your set comes with 2 bearings, washers, and a cap.
Wide spot down. As you can read.
Yeah, it usually has a logo, and you can read the logo. Every single one of them, like this one has a logo. All the other ones we have laid around have a logo.
Mine's got a logo.
So that one's got, it has a rubber washer in it, so it fits on really tight.
As you can see, the rubber washer.
Yep.
Right in there. It probably still got me. You just slide that down real nicely. A nice little press and a nice little flush.
And that is the complete bearing setup. Now all you do from there is put the
Spacers, however many you want.
however many you need. Now that's one of the problems that people have with this. If go ahead and grab the bars right behind you. If I don't put a spacer in this, you'll see what happens to it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
that's
it'll
right.
slide all the way down, but try to slide it all the way down. See, if I don't put a spacer,
Your cap won't
the cap.
lock.
Where's that? Where's the cap?
Right here.
Yeah, that cap right there is the most important part for holding all these bearings together. Like for holding the whole headset together, not too tight or too loose. That is the actual cap that is meant for it. And you want to have enough space in there to where it actually tightens. If you were to tighten that down right now, it's not going to tighten. You
Nope.
can still, this thing will still
Here,
be able
just,
to move up and down.
just to show you guys a little bit of what we're meaning. This is as tight as it can be by hand. Obviously, only a couple little torques from a wrench you're going to be able to get any more than that. So, and you still have what, ½ inch of play.
Yeah. So these washers that come with the set or what's already on your bike is what fills in that gap. And they make different size washers, really skinny
So you can
ones, they
get it
make
all
really fat
flush.
ones. And then they also, on newer style bearings, they actually make the cap and the adapters all in one. So to fill in that gap, all we gotta do is just put those washers on. Wait, put the old ones on that were on. I want those crappy ones. Yeah, the nice candy red ones on.
Look at those pretty babies right there.
Ooh.
I was gonna ask, you want red on top and black on bottom, but I see your color coordination, it's gonna be that way anyway. And now, as you see, it's almost exactly flush. It's actually a little bit down some, so if he tightened this too much, he'd lock up his whole headset. And you also have to watch out for that too, because you can have more spacers and it goes down and it will lock down and your handlebars will hold well. But if you tighten it too much, it's gonna press all your bearings, sealed or non, and you're going back to the store.
And then what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to line up the headset with the front tire.
This is a very important thing too.
Yeah, if you tighten
Always
it a little
tighten this up first before you tighten your headset.
bit. Yeah. And then I don't know if I told you the little trick. I did it in the dial of your bike. You don't want to over tighten them because it'll stress the bearings and warp them. So you want to tighten them just enough to where it doesn't tick, but not too much to where it compresses them. So have you you seen the thing where I flip it upside down on the handlebars? And then you can feel
do
it.
the shake
Yeah,
thing.
because if you do it on the wheel's trying to move, so you can't really feel that tick.
Yeah.
And if you tighten them down too much, they're just gonna aid in busting out a lot quicker. I mean, to be honest, I ride a lot, and those bearings, these bearings right here,
I felt how tight you had this though.
these bearings are about a year old.
Are they?
And I mean, they still spin, but that's because I'm always taking care and not letting my stuff get too loose or too tight.
See, this is one of your preferences. Actually, when I did sit on your bike earlier, I noticed it was a little off. So.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
You know me, I'm like, mine are actually off, and I'm surprised I've been riding like that the whole time. What's throwing me off the most is I usually line up the bottom part of the bars right here with the bolts right here. As you're tightening these, you also don't want to tighten these too much neither. Give it a good snug little tighten, and it will feel real snug, and then once you get to this next side, that one will feel real snug already because each one works off of themselves. So when you tighten one up, the other one's going to loosen up. See, this one's real loose. And there's my tight point. But now if I go back to this one, I have a loose point. You always want to alternate as you're tightening them, because if you don't, you pinch one side down too much, and eventually it's just more wear and tear on your parts. You sure?
Yeah. You're going the other way.
You might be right.
I did the same thing in
You
the
might be
in the how to dial up your bike video. I did the same thing like a couple times, just talking away and
Yeah.
Loosening everything up when I'm trying to tighten it.
So even as I get to my tight points, I still, you know, I let it get tight, but I'm not to the point where I'm stressing myself out. You don't want to do that. And you mess your bolts up, and I don't know how tight you actually do yours, so. It's got good spin to it.
Yep, and this is the trick. You can feel if there's a tick in it or if it's too loose by doing this.
I mean, there's a bounce, but I don't feel a tick.
It might be the bounce in the grip.
It's a bounce in the tire.
Oh, you remember this is that same rear rim that has the tick in it. There's a tick in that from Kyle used to glide on that thing with no guard all the time.
I think I'm lifting the tires is what I'm doing, and I'm feeling something move.
No tick. The thing is totally tried and true. It's safe enough. I could go out and jump off of a 20 stick if I wanted to.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of like it with the gold and the black and the red.
It looks pretty cool.
It does. Spiders!
So there you guys have it. That is headset help. If you guys have any questions or comments, go down into the comment section in the bottom and let me know what you guys think. If you guys need any help, let me know. I'll be glad to answer any of your guys' questions. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, go down, hit that subscribe button, share it so somebody else can see it. And we have a lot more of these maintenance videos coming out. But I will see you guys next time. Peace.